The silence behind every strong woman. Every strong woman carries a silence that holds wisdom, clarity, and unshakable power. This video explores the inner strength, emotional maturity, and quiet confidence that make a smart woman really unstoppable. If you've ever felt misunderstood for being calm, quiet, or reserved, this message is for you. Discover why silence is not weakness, but a woman's most powerful language. In this video we will discuss the power of silence in women, emotional maturity and self-control, why smart women choose peace over noise, strength, dignity, and self-respect. Inspirational message for every woman. Tell us in the comments, does silence make you stronger? Please like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs it. My dear friends, do you know what truly amazes me? Smart women don't always speak the loudest, but they always think the deepest. They may not always stand in the spotlight, yet somehow they guide their lives with an inner light. Today, I want to take you into the secret life of smart women, the silent choices they make, the hidden wisdom they carry, and the quiet strength that makes them unstoppable. Every day, we see women who are thoughtful, gentle, and wise, but people often misunderstand their silence. They think she is quiet, but she is observing. They think she is slow, but she is planning. They think she doesn't care, but she simply values her peace more than approval. A woman once told me, "I don't explain myself anymore. Explanation drains energy, and peace demands silence." And I smiled, because this is the beauty of a smart woman. She lives by inner laws, not outer noise. She listens more than she speaks, chooses more than she reacts, and grows more than she shows. The strongest waves don't make the loudest noise, they make the deepest impact. A smart woman chooses silence over noise not because she lacks words, but because she understands the power of conserving her energy for the moments that truly matter. Think of the times in your own life when someone misunderstood your quietness. They assumed you were distant or uninterested, but inside, you were simply choosing not to waste your voice on conversations that would lead nowhere. This is how she moves through life, calm, clear, and intentional. She knows every response requires energy, and every reaction creates a ripple. Instead of reacting to everything, she decides what is worthy of her attention. This is not ego, it is emotional maturity. A smart woman does not jump into every debate or correct every misunderstanding. She lets life reveal truth on its own. Silence exposes intentions, patience, and character. A loud person may intimidate momentarily, but a silent person intimidates through inner peace. In daily life, she practices this in simple ways. When provoked, she breathes. When dragged toward drama, she withdraws. When negativity comes her way, she lets it pass through her instead of absorbing it. Her gentle smile is not agreement, it is protection of her inner harmony. In a noisy world filled with opinions and judgments, the one who carries quiet dignity stands out. At work, she doesn't try to impress by speaking first. She watches how people behave under pressure and how they treat others. Her silence becomes her foundation of understanding. When she finally speaks, everyone listens because her words come from clarity, not impulse. At home, her silence becomes a refuge. She pauses before speaking because she knows words spoken in anger can wound deeply. Her calmness is not weakness. It is strength. It takes courage to pause when the world expects an instant reaction. Her silent discipline becomes a spiritual practice. She returns to herself whatever life feels overwhelming. She knows a calm mind can solve what a chaotic mind cannot even understand. She treasures solitude, while others seek distraction in noise. She seeks strength in stillness. This is why her growth is steady and her spirit unshakable. Her silence makes her compassionate. She listens deeply and understands people more than they realize. She hears what is not spoken and senses emotions behind the words. She recognizes pain behind anger, insecurity behind arrogance, and fear behind cruelty. Her responses come from wisdom, not reaction. A smart woman silences herself not because she has nothing to say, but because she refuses to waste her strength on things that do not deserve it. She observes before she speaks because wisdom is found in understanding, not in rushing to respond. She sees layers in situations, hidden stories in people, and meaning in what is left unsaid. Her strength comes from understanding deeply. This quality becomes her silent superpower. When others argue, she watches dynamics play out. She notes who acts from ego, who from fear, and who from fairness. Her advice is accurate, her solutions balanced, and her insights precise. People listen to her because she speaks with intention. Observation gives her clarity and control, not dominance, but awareness. She sees patterns, intentions, and outcomes before others do. In relationships, she is emotionally intelligent. She doesn't react instantly to anger. She sees the pain behind it. She doesn't fall for sweet words. She watches whether actions match. These observations protect her heart and guide her toward meaningful connections. She notices subtle changes in tone, avoided eye contact, or sudden shifts in energy. She senses dishonesty and detects sincerity effortlessly. Her intuition is sharp because it is built on observation. She also observes herself. She studies her emotional patterns, reactions, triggers, and joys. This self-awareness makes her wiser every day. When life challenges her, she steps back, observes, and chooses the right moment to act. Observation gives birth to intuition. Intuition gives birth to the right action. And this gives her a silent magnetism. People feel safe around her, respected, heard, and understood. A smart woman walks away without drama. Not every ending needs noise. Not every conflict needs a winner. And not every situation deserves emotional investment. Her departure is not weakness, it is self-worth. She walks away from arguments that led nowhere, from relationships that drain her, and from environments that dim her light. She knows peace is precious and refuses to sacrifice it. Walking away is not surrender, it is self-respect. Some people argue to dominate, not to understand. She has no interest in wrestling with such energy. She knows clarity comes from distance, not confrontation. She chooses herself, growth over chaos, clarity over confusion, dignity over drama. She has learned that peace is her responsibility. No one else will protect it for her. She walks away at the first sign of disrespect, not because she is sensitive, but because she is wise. Her silence and composure become her reputation. People admire her not for volume, but for calm strength. In friendships, she steps back from those who drain her. She doesn't create scenes, she simply stops feeding connections that no longer serve her. She loves deeply but loves herself enough to leave when necessary. Arguing with someone who refuses to understand is like pouring water into a broken cup, so she stops pouring. She leaves without bitterness because carrying resentment only keeps her tied to what she wants to move away from. Her walk-away message is simple. I choose my peace over your chaos, my worth over your disrespect, my future over a pointless battle. This choice shapes her life. She becomes a woman who rises above noise with grace, wisdom, and unshakable strength.